Welcome to the Jenna Em Channel, and do I ever have a cool deck for you today. It is a Wishiwashi GX deck, and you might say to yourself, ooh, I hate Wishiwashi GX. It's true, it's one of the least liked GX cards I would say in existence, but let's make a deck for Wishiwashi GX and try to make it work. And I forgot to mention, this deck uses none energy whatsoever. So let's start off with 4 Wishiwashi GXs. Let's put in a couple of Zygardes, maybe 3 of them. They're only here because of the high HP, which is 190 HP as opposed to Wishiwashi's 210 HP. It also uses unknown cards for ability Farewell Letter. What it does is, if it's on the bench, you discard the unknown card and you draw a new card. So it's good for draw power. So let's take a look at the item cards in this deck. There are 4 Robo Substitute Team Flare Gear cards, Versus Seekers, Enhanced Hammers, Max Potions, which are very important to this deck because you heal all damage from one of your Pokemon if you do discard all energy attached to that Pokemon. And in the case of Wishiwashi GX and Zygarde EX, there will be no energies to discard. We have Super Scoop Up, flip a coin. If heads, put one of your Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your hand. Here's Trick Shovel. Look at the top card of either player's deck. You may discard that card or return it to the top of your deck. So this is good to discard your opponent's deck 1 card at a time. This one's from Flash Fire. Rescue Stretcher. I use it for this first part. Put a Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. I usually use it for my unknown so I can keep using the unknown's ability, discarding it and fishing it out. Crushing Hammer. Here's the Brooklet Hill Stadium card. I'm going to show you why it's in this deck. It is used with the Delinquent card here. Discard any Stadium card in play. If you do, your opponent discards 3 cards from his or her hand. Here's Team Rocket's handiwork. Flip 2 coins. For each heads, discard 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck. This is awesome because if you do get 2 heads, you discard 4 cards from your opponent's deck. Here's AZ. Put one of your Pokemon into your hand. Discard all cards attached to that Pokemon. So that's good, again, to keep removing damage counters and so you can avoid being knocked out. Here's an older card from XY, Cassius. Shuffle one of your Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck. It works the exact same way as AZ, except the cards go back into your deck rather into your hand. Team Flare Grunt. I use this to remove energy, of course, from my opponent's active Pokemon. And here's Hugh. Each player either draws or discards cards until he or she has 5 cards in his or her hand. And in terms of energy, as I mentioned before, there are 0, zip, zilch energy cards in this deck. So let's find an opponent now, shall we? All right, game on. We're matched up right away. It is Kurokaze 123 with a Psychic, Steel, and Normal type deck. So good luck to you, Kurokaze. And Kurokaze gets to go first, or choose who goes first. Here come our cards. And all right, we start off with a Wishiwashi GX. We also have AZ, Brooklet Hill, 2 Robo Substitute cards, Team Flare Grunt, and we also have Team Rocket's handiwork, so it's pretty awesome. Will he put out a bench Pokemon? I guess we'll find out. And I'm guessing he has a Lunala GX and also a Solgaleo GX in this deck. Oh, it's Dhelmise here. Reverse Holo Dhelmise, which does Steel Worker. Your Steel type Pokemon's attacks do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. Okay. So why don't we start out by putting Robo Substitute out. You have to play it as an item card and then it goes to the bench. We'll play the second one too. It goes to the bench. Now this is irresistible to go and knock off a double colorless energy, so I'm going to do that. He could only have 3 more in his deck, so I'm going to end my turn there. He's sad. Aw, so let's give him a smile. He's attached. Psychic energy. And here we've got, oh, you have a good deck, he says. Thank you. Can we say we can give him a heart then? All right. So let's see what we can do next. Let's use Team Rocket's handiwork. Tails. Heads. We get to discard 2 cards. Oh, look who we discarded. Tapu Lele and Professor Sycamore Full Art. Oh, he's mad. We don't have to put Brooklet Hill out yet unless we have the delinquent card. Let's give him a smile. It's Kurokaze 123's turn. As I mentioned, it's Wishiwashi GX head-to-head with Delmise. He's using Versus Seeker. What will he pull out? And it's Professor Sycamore Full Art. He's going to discard his deck and draw 7 cards. I love that he's discarding because that is the whole object of the game, to discard. Discard, discard. Look how many cards you have. You have 35 and we have 45. And on the bench, he puts Majerna EX. It has ability Mystic Heart. Prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks except damage done to each of your opponent that has any steel type energy attached to it. Okay, so let's see. I say, let's try to knock off his steel type energy just for fun. There we go. Let's knock it off. Oh, he's sad. Let's give him a smile. All right. Again, he has 34 cards, and now we have 44. We have 10 more cards. Puts out another steel type energy. Let's see. He's going to end up doing Anchor Shot, which does 70. The defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. Fine by us. We can end our turn. He's evolving. He evolved into Lunala. Oh! He evolved into Toxapex GX. Alright, so Delmise is versusing Wishiwashi GX right now. We can use Trick Shovel right now to discard the top card of his deck. And it's Professor Sycamore. We discard it. There we go. We don't need to use AZ yet. He's smiling, but you won't be smiling for long. He's attached an energy to Toxapex GX. Look, it's another 70 damage for a total of 140. We can just use AZ right now. He's not going to like this very much, for sure. Put one of your Pokemon into your hand, discard all cards attached to that Pokemon. Alright, so why don't we do that? And we can put out the other Wishiwashi GX. And put out the previous Wishiwashi GX. He looks surprised! Alright. He's using the Great Ball right now. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal a Pokemon you find there. He reveals Cosmog. Yeah, Wishiwashi GX really is slippery and wet. He's using Wally. He's going to evolve. Cosmog to Cosmoman. It's happened. He's attached to Steel type energy. And he hit Wishiwashi and he put 70 damage counters on 70. He's done 70 damage. Let's use a Trick Shovel and continue discarding his deck. It is a Psychic Energy and that will go into the discard pile. We can end our turn here. He has 26 cards. We have 40. He's using Misty's Determination. Discard a card from your hand. If you do look at the top 8 cards of your deck, I guess you get to choose one that's there. He's using Versus Seeker right now. Kurokaze is going to pull something out, and it is Professor Sycamore right now. He's going to well, he has no cards to discard, so that's fine. Solgaleo, oh, let's take a look. Solgaleo is doing Soul Burst GX. And what this does is search your deck for up to 5 energy cards, attach them to your Pokemon in any way you would like. Shuffle your deck afterwards. And he's attaching some energies to himself as well. I can try to use, oh, let's see what he has here. Oh, he has double colorless energy. So why don't we use Enhanced Hammer right now to knock that energy off Majerna EX, which means he can only have 2 more left. Oh, he's mad. Let's give him a smile. Why don't we use, let's see, his damage is going to be quite strong with 230, so I'm just going to leave it here in the meantime. Actually, you know what? Oh, I have a great idea. Haha. Let's use AZ. Let's scoop up that card, put it into our hand. We can go put out Robo Substitute Team Flare gear, and then put out our other Wishiwashi. All right, so this is how fun it is, all right? Let's end our turn. So it's Solgaleo GX face to face with Robo Substitute Team Flare gear. And if he when he knocks it out, he gets no prize cards from it. He's using Nest Ball, and he put Rangoru with the ability Instruct onto his bench. He's drawing cards until he has 3 in his hand. He has 16 cards. We have 39. It's Kurokazu's turn. He's using Lysander. Here comes Sunsteel Strike. And poor Wishiwashi GX with the worm sticking out of his head has been knocked out. Okay, so Solgaleo GX has discarded all energies. Let's go put out... I don't think he has any cards that will allow him... Let's see. Alter Road. Once during your turn, you may switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Okay, so I'm going to put out Robo Substitute again. Now I'm going to put Unknown out onto my bench. And you can see how it works. You use the ability Farewell Letter. You discard the card. And you draw a new one. It is Max Potion, which we can certainly use. Let's end our turn. We have AZ, Brooklet Hill, Max Potion, and Super Scoop Up in our hand. Brooklet Hill, remember, is only being used hand in hand with Delinquent. Oh, look, it's N. Each player shuffles his deck into his hand and draws a card for every single prize card they have. So I get 6 and he gets 4 cards. We've got Unknown, AZ, Crushing Hammer. He's using Trainer's Mail to search the top 4 cards of his deck for a trainer card. It's Lysander. Team Flare, Grunt, Team Rocket's Handiwork, and Versus Seeker. Okay. Oh, it's Delmise. He's brought Delmise here. He's knocked out poor Robo Substitute. And I'll put this out as... actually, I'll put Wishiwashi as my active Pokemon. I'm going to put out the Unknown. And I'm going to use Farewell Letter again to draw an extra card. It is Rescue Stretcher. We can use Rescue Stretcher right now to go get back our Wishiwashi. There's Wishiwashi GX. We'll bring it back. We can put it on our bench. We can use our Versus Seeker right now to take a card out from our discard pile. I say Team Rocket's Handiwork. Right now we can use Crushing Hammer. Maybe I should... Let's try to use Crushing Hammer and try for a heads now. We get a heads. Let's go and discard an energy off of Toxapex GX. And right now we can use Team Rocket's Handiwork and try to get 2 heads. Please, 2 heads. 1 head. So we discard 2 cards from his deck. It's 11 cards. We have 33. Let's end our turn. Again, he has Eevee, Rangoru, Solgaleo GX Full Art, Toxapex GX. Oh, and he just bopped. Delmise just bopped poor Wishiwashi GX with the worm sticking out of his head. He also has a Majerna EX. We have Robo Substitute, and we have Wishiwashi GX on our bench. Okay. I have a bunch of choices right now. I think, oh, I have got my Rescue Stretcher. So why don't we use Rescue Stretcher right now to pull out an Unknown from the discard pile. There we go. We take it out. Now we can put it on our bench and use its ability, which is Farewell Letter, to draw an extra card. The extra card is Super Scoop Up. All right. All right. So why don't we use Team Rocket's Handiwork again? Cross our fingers for 2 heads. 1 head's better than none. Oh, his 3rd double colorless energy was discarded. He has 8 cards left. Let's end our turn here. It's getting close. We have 31 cards. He has 7 cards. He's using N. He's going to get some cards back. Actually, he won't. He'll get... Oh, he put some cards back. Now he has 8 cards, and we have... Ooh, we got 6. There's Zygarde EX Full Art. He's doing Anchor Shot again. We've got a lot of things we can do here. So the first thing I'm going to do is use Versus Seeker to go pull out Team Rocket's Handiwork. I'm hoping for 2 heads. I don't often get it in Pokemon TCGO. 2 heads, 2 heads, 2 heads. Yes! 4 cards left. 4 cards left. I can do Super Scoop Up right now. I think let's hope for heads. Good. We can scoop up this Wishiwashi GX, put it into her hand, and put that Wishiwashi GX out. Let's go put out the previous Wishiwashi GX. Well played, he says. Let's give him a smile. Let's use our Versus Seeker again to go and pull out. Oh, and he conceded. But let's see what we won anyway. A prize box and 3 coins. We won 25 coins. And we're doing well on the Versus Rewards ladder. We almost have a second Seismitoad EX. So what in the world did you think of this Wishiwashi GX deck? I had a lot of fun putting it together. And although most people do not like Wishiwashi GX, I think I found a place for it in this no energy deck. If you have any suggestions for this Wishiwashi deck, like for example, which cards I should remove and which cards I should put in, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. I really want to work on making this deck better, and I think there is room to put this into a competitive deck if we can iron out all the creases. I think it could be a good deck. I think it could be competitive, but not the way it is right now, but it can definitely be a lot of fun. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching this Wishiwashi GX battle. If you liked this video, would you give us a thumbs up? We're ever so thankful for every thumbs up you leave us. When you put a kind or supportive comment below, when you press the subscribe button in the corner right here, it does help our channel grow. Even when you press the notifications button, you will get alerts whenever we go live. I mentioned previously about the adpocalypse going on YouTube. You may have heard of it. It's a bunch of advertisers pulled out advertising on YouTube. It is really hitting our channel hard. I know it's hitting a lot of other channels hard, but we are much smaller than a lot of the other channels, and it is harder for us to make videos when there's a big event going on like the adpocalypse. It's also difficult because YouTube changed their algorithm and they're showing our videos less often than they used to. So if you give us a thumbs up and you leave a kind or supportive comment below and you press the subscribe button or press the notification button, it will really help us a great deal. Thanks for watching. Bye.